would be the death, literally, of my content creating passion. I was willing to put in the work regardless. We try to read book, investigate. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome. My name is Josephine. I'm a YouTuber based in the Netherlands, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Okay, so in today's video I'll be sharing with you why I chose a PhD over a full-time job. Guys, get a pen and paper and sit down. Let's talk. Okay, please guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to your girl's channel. I'm a new YouTuber trying to build my channel, so please support your girl. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this video. Why did I go for a PhD position? Why did I not just stay back in Nigeria and just do my normal job? Okay, so I wrote down some things that I considered, and these are also some things I think you should consider when you want to do a PhD. So the first thing I considered was my career goal. Where did I see myself in the next 5 years? Did I want to be in a company? The job role that I got, is it where I see myself? Do I want to be there? Or do I want to be in academia? Like, where am I at that point in my career? What do I want to do, really? So at that point, I knew that I wanted to really explore academia, because I knew that in the future I would like to do content creating part-time. So I wanted to pursue a career that would give me an opportunity to be a bit flexible, right? So I knew that if I had gone for my full-time job in KPMG, it's a 9 to 5, so I wasn't going to be as flexible. In fact, the few months that I spent there, I couldn't do any other thing. Like, I couldn't multitask or do any form of content creating. So I knew that doing a 9 to 5 with KPMG would be the death, literally, of my content creating passion, right? But with research, with PhD, with delving into academia, I had the flexibility of my topic. You would say it might be a bit more hectic, but I have that flexibility. I wasn't concerned about the work. I was willing to put in the work regardless of whether I went for a full-time job or for PhD position. But I was really concerned about the flexibility, and PhD position gave me just that. So that's one of the reasons why I went for it. You have to look at the offer that you have, the topic that you're going to do your PhD on. At the end of the day, you're going to spend 3-4 years working on a topic. I mean, you might as well just make it fun. Look at the topic. Is this something that you want to do? Is research something you want to do? So have you ever considered research? So what really do we do as PhD people? We read book. We try to read book, investigate. Don't mind me. On the other hand, if you had a full-time job, you should also consider what the position is like. What is the company like? What are the values of the company? Is the company going to be a fun place to work? Is the job position something you feel like you can do without struggling, right? Or if not, does a company provide the opportunity for you to learn, at least to get the skill you need to perform really well at your workplace? Same with the PhD position. Does the school provide opportunity for you to acquire skills that can help you to at least carry out your research independently and really well? That is the first thing you need to consider: the type of job you have and the PhD topic you have. Okay, having considered my career goal and also considered the topic and the job role, the next thing I did was to consider things outside of career. See, you guys underestimate the power of the things that happen around you except your job. Like, which country, which city? Do you see yourself living in that city? Listen, I didn't see myself living in Lagos. Not because of I didn't want to live in Nigeria at that time, but just because of the city itself. Like, I didn't grow up in Lagos. I'm not used to the traffic. Like, Lagos life was too difficult for me, so I wasn't ready to go back to it. On the other hand, I was also concerned about going to the Netherlands to do my PhD, because Netherlands, as you guys know, English is not their first language. They speak Dutch, and I never knew how to say a word in Dutch. So I wasn't sure what I was going to get. I wasn't sure if I was willing to learn a new language. How am I going to integrate into this country that I don't understand their language? What am I going to do? So I had some form of uncertainty when it came to, location, right? But the reason why I chose a PhD position located in Netherlands over my job in Lagos was because regardless of my language barrier in the Netherlands, I felt like it would be easier for me to get to learn and catch up with the language than it would be for me to adapt to the Lagos life. So when it comes to location, I prefer to be in Netherlands over to be in Lagos, Nigeria. Another thing outside of my career that I considered was I was married at that time, so I needed to be sure that my husband was fine with me moving to the Netherlands, whether he would want to move with me. And yeah, I had already been away from my husband. We got married during my master's, so the first 1 year of our marriage we literally spent it apart. So I really at that point was not ready to spend the early stages of our marriage away. Imagine a PhD of 4 years. I wasn't ready to spend that 4 years away from my husband. So you see, like, this is also a very important factor. It's not based on career, but it's like my family, and it mattered as well. So I had to have this conversation with my husband, and luckily my husband was willing to move with me. He made life literally so easy for me, because I feel like he knew from day one how much I had worked hard to get this position. So somehow he already started preparing his mind that if eventually I was to get a PhD position that I was comfortable with, that he will consider moving to another country with me. Now, because my husband was moving with me, I also needed to make sure that the PhD position, right, would give me an opportunity to have a work visa. So in Europe, PhD researchers are seen as employees of the university or the company that is funding the research. So you're considered an employee, so you're given a work permit. And the good thing is, once you're given a work permit in the Netherlands, if you're coming with your spouse gets the work permit that you get. I consider the fact that since I wanted my husband to come with me, then I would like a position, or I would like to be in a country that will provide my husband the necessary work permit to work full time. Okay, so that's also what I considered, and luckily Netherlands did just that, and it made my decision easier. You also need to consider your finances as well, and where you are financially. At that point, because I was going to be paid by Delft University of Technology, I was comfortable, right? At least I was going to be earning, even if what I'm earning is not so much. Is a stipend, but at least there's something coming in, and my husband would also work to support me. So yeah, please make sure you consider finances as well. So in a nutshell, in making your decision whether to go for a full-time job or a PhD position, you really have to look at these two opportunities independently, and you need to look at it based on the topic that you will work on as a PhD researcher, and also the job role that you would have if you were to go to the company. Aside from that, I would highly recommend you consider other factors outside of your career. Point here is also consider factors that are beyond career. Don't just look at, this is where I want to be. What about location? What about the country where you're going, or the city you're going? Will you be happy there? What about your family? What about those things that when you're doing a full-time job, or when you're carrying a full-time research and you get frustrated, those things that will help to keep you going? Consider that as well. Okay, I really wish you best of luck if you're in this position and you need to choose, and I really hope that when you've made that bold choice to choose what you want, don't regret it. Okay guys, so I hope you're able to learn 1 or 2 tips on what to consider when you want to make a decision to go for either a PhD position or a full-time job. And you can even apply these tips. It doesn't even have to be a PhD position versus a full-time job. It could just be 2 different job offers or 2 different PhD positions. I think that these tips that I've provided can work. Okay. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video, right? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to your girl's channel. Please share this video to your family and friend, or to anyone you feel might find it helpful. And thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.